Hello and welcome to tonight. Back on with sales calls. We're going to go through another part on developing a sales call script. We're going to work through that script tonight, review what we did yesterday, and really get stuck into it so you've got something to go off when you are starting to make sales calls. Let's make 2024 the year where you break through and start marketing and reaching out to your customers. Add this lead generation process. A lot of people say don't make sales calls. I believe that it is probably the number one way you can reach out and build your customer base. Even if you do not end up selling on those sales calls, it is definitely a way to get your brand known when, eventually they will end up buying or coming on board with your business for a product or service that you offer. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Harsha. I'm from Cindog Media, where we help you to market even better. I'd like to reach out to you and, we're going live, streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as Daily Motion. The list is growing every day as we are working through and broadcasting on these technologies. So if you're seeing it on one of these platforms, please, if you like the videos, if you're watching them, we would really appreciate a like and for you to share this video for those people that you think could benefit from what we are sharing with you tonight, or any of the other videos that you've watched. If you are interested in connecting with us, you can simply email contact@cindogmedia.com. You can SMS or phone 0426 794 189, or you can simply go to our website, cindogmedia.com, and use the chat button there to send us your name, email, and message where we can get back in touch with you. So let's start to get into tonight's content and what we're covering. So I'm just going to share the screen as I do, and we can get back to going through what we had yesterday and looking at the next step, which is creating certainty. So there we go. Part 3, just a recap on what we did yesterday, what to do before calls. Just how do you build up to actually making a call, those steps that you need to prepare, getting some inspiration for your sales script. And then we covered what's involved in the introduction to a sales call yesterday. And today we are going to go into establishing certainty. Establishing certainty in the mindset of the customer. How do we do that? How do we do that before we actually go into talking about our products and services in depth? And that's really, this step is essential. So, when you actually start to share information about what you can offer them, that they have a certain amount of certainty in their mind that they're going with a company, they're going with, a company that's well known or that's very good at what they do. So it's really setting that, solid foundation in their mind that there is enough certainty for them to start to buy with you. I'm just going to stop the share for a second. Before we actually do this, there's a couple of things. Well, there's 3 things that you've got to keep in mind for any customer to buy. So when you start to make that call, there are 3 things the customer will look out for, and it's not so much 3 things that you will say, but because it is a call, obviously it's going to go through your tonality, it's going to go through how your pitch, all these different things in the voice that you use. So how do you get that across on a phone call? Because even in person, it's difficult, right? In person, a lot of your body language and how you talk and how you interact, how you make eye contact, your confidence, all that makes that first impression. And then the customer will make a decision in the first few seconds whether they trust you or not. Now, imagine on a phone call, you phone them up, you got about 3 or 4 seconds before they make a judgment on your character. Before they make a judgment on who you are, they'll immediately judge you. And unfortunately, that's the way humans work. So how do we, you know, how do we establish that certainty? Keeping in mind, there are three things that you need to be aware of. And those three things are you as the company that you represent, they've got to get in their mind that it is a company that they want to do business with. It's got a good reputation for looking after its customers. It's got a good reputation for delivery. It's got a good reputation for follow through, providing a service after you've purchased the product. Everything that they hear from other people, this will go in their mind and they'll go, okay, well, company XYZ is a good company to work with, or it's a good company to hire. Second thing is that you want to keep in mind is you as a person dealing with this customer, they will make a judgment on you. So firstly, it's the business, then it's you. What about this person that I'm dealing with? Can I trust them? Okay, they might work for company XYZ, which has a great reputation, but I don't know about this person. I don't know about Harsha. I don't know. Yeah, might look funny. He might smell funny. He might, sound funny. Can I trust this guy? Or, is there a little bit of doubt? So your job as a person phoning them is to really eliminate that doubt and bring yourself across as that person that they will trust, right? And for you to do that, you've just got to be authentic. It's not, you can't put on a show, dance and show and expect that they'll trust you. You've got to be yourself. And that pulling away those masks is, I would say you don't need any masks when you go into sales calls, just be you. And, if just being you might be a little bit awkward, be that till you break out of it, right? To make the 50 calls and then you'll be confident. Like just be you. Don't try and be another version of you that you think that they want to hear from. Just be you. And the third thing that you want to keep in mind that they will make a judgment on is the actual product. Does the product sound right? These guys are offering a marketing service for 3 years and it's priced at $500. I don't know. How can they deliver that? Now, there is no marketing product we offer for 3 years. That's for $500. But what I'm saying is, does that sound like they could do that with that amount of money? That sounds extremely low for 3 years. And it's got to sound right. It's got to, they're saying they can do all this stuff. Can they? So your job there is to, this isn't anything written, this isn't anything said. Keep in mind, they will be looking for these three things. So having said that, let's go into today's material. So I just want to pre-frame this conversation before going into that. So establishing certainty. Whoops, that's the wrong share, I think. Let me share the right window. Trying to find the right window. Here we go. Share, share, share. No, that was the right window. Now I've lost the right window. Where we go. All right. So establishing certainty in the mind of the customer. So, it doesn't have to, the script doesn't have to be exactly like this. It's just an example, but you can copy this template. I've adapted it a little bit. If we go back one step, I've actually adjusted yesterday's script a little as well. Rather than websites, it's more about marketing because that's what we're about. I don't know why I went into it. Websites is one component that we do. And so we are kind of, the introductions about marketing, high prospect name, it's Hash from Cindog Media, pause and wait for a response. Obviously, the more the customer talks, that is what you want, right? You are just facilitating this conversation. You are not going to be doing all the talking. It is the customer that's going to give you a lot of information for what they need. And that's what you've got to realize. It's not you making just making a speech. It's you listening more. prospect name or customer name. You recently downloaded a copy of our one-page business marketing planner. Does that sound familiar? Pause and wait for a response, and then I go, yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. Yep. I was just checking it out. I can see that your website for the customer company name was built a while ago. Are you planning a new website with new marketing approach? Pause and wait for a response. Prospect name. The reason for my call today is that we have been helping customers such as yourself, working very closely with businesses to understand how customers behave when they are looking for a solution. So you can craft a marketing campaign that truly converts prospects into paying customers. Do you think this could be helpful? Now, that's the introduction. Now let's go on to establishing certainty. Are you aware that Cindog Media, are you aware of Cindog Media, or have you been following us? So this is kind of bringing to their mind, oh, Cindog Media, have I been following them? They might go, yeah, I have for a little while, or no, not really. How well do you know Cindog Media? That's really a follow-on question. They might go, I've seen a few of your posts online. Yep. And do you know why small business owners reach out to us to help solve their marketing problems? And they might go, um, no, why is it? So you might go on to explain, well, we look at the bigger picture. We look at, what is the best approach for a business, particular business to market their products and services. It might not necessarily be a website. You might have a website, but the main approach might be cold calling, or main approach might be Instagram, or whatever it is. And do you know how we help them? Wait for their response. Sounds like you know that we help business owners to market better. So would it be help? Would it help if I just clarify exactly how we did this? And I'd go into, firstly we'd, map out the business in a one page so we can see all the customers, the problems that they have, how do we provide solutions, and so forth. So you go on to explain your business, and how you clarify that with the customer on the call. So this series of steps, rather than you telling them, you're getting their response and then verbalizing the bits that are missing, right? So it's a conversation. Keep in mind, a sales call is a conversation. It's a two-way dialogue between you and a prospect, not you going, hey, okay, I've got a product. Do you want to buy it? No, goodbye. Right? So aim to be receptive to what the customer actually needs, and you may find out from the call this is not the customer for you, in which case you move on. So you get a couple of rejections, and you look for those, you listen very carefully for those, and then go, look, I appreciate your time. I realize that this product is not for you. Thanks for the chat, and look forward to seeing you around or whatever, and then you hang up and move on. So this is the part about establishing certainty. Obviously, you can refine on this. You can have a look at this small script and expand on it for your business. I wanted to share that today, and we'll certainly go on tomorrow to build upon this. And tomorrow, what we'll be working on setting the frame for the conversation and expectations from the customer. So thanks for joining in tonight on Christmas Eve. Hope you have all had a wonderful Christmas day. Hope everyone's been very good, and Santa has brought you many, many gifts and rewards. In particular, spending time with your family. That is a reward in itself, to spend time with whoever you call family and your loved ones. So have a wonderful Christmas night, and look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow, where we go on and build our sales calling script.